How you doing today? My name is Dr. Gadsden. Have you ever wondered what is data and how does it flow? In today's lesson, we're going to understand the complexity of data transmission and how it relates to the information technology field, and what are the key foundations to comprehend in a digital world. So what is data? Data is a representation of facts, observation, or measurements that can be stored, processed, or transmitted by a system. Some examples are raw facts, numbers, text, sensors, reading. Another one is user generating content, forms, messages, of uploads. Next is system generating information, such as logs, events, metadata. Another example is structural data, tables and database. Unstructured data, emails, PDF, and images. And lastly, sensitive data, PHI, PII, and financial records. So, how does data flow? Data flow describes the path of data takes from its origins to its final destination, including every system, process, and transformation it occurs. A complete data flow includes data creation or collection, data transmission, data processing, data storage, data output, or consumption. A simple example is this. Users submit a form, the web app sends the data to the back end validates and stores it, the analytical engine pulls the data, the dashboard displays the insight. Now let's discuss the difference in data at rest, in use, and in transmission. Data exists in three distinct states. Each state carry different security risks and protection requirements. Understanding these differences and foundation for cybersecurity and in governance. First, let's talk about data at rest. That is inactive data that is stored resting on a media, hard disk, tape, database, or spreadsheet. Data in use. Data being used, computing activities. Data in transit. Data flow across a network such as the internet. So where is data most secure? The answer is data at rest is most secure. The reason why? Data at risk can be protected and secured through access control mechanisms, backups, and restore and encryption. How would I secure the data? There's many ways to secure data, but this is what I would do. I will classify the data from PII, PHI, and financial records, label it by the sensitivity or public restriction. I will encrypt all data. I also will provide security awareness training for the users with simulating phishing and social engineering attacks. Another thing I will do is monitor, log, and detect. I will also maintain secure backups. Backups protect against ransomware, corruption, and any incident loss. Other differences within a technical system as it relates to data in a computer system and across the network. One, data inside a computer system is a local data path. This refers to how data moves in a single device, a laptop, server, smartphone, or a virtual machine. Data across the network is distributed by data path. This refers to how data moves between systems from one device to another across LAN, WAN, or internet. Now that we know a little bit more about data and how it flows, what is the most secure data, and what I will use to secure data, we're going to describe how the strategies depend on whether it's in use, at rest, or in transit. First, we'll talk about data at rest, a strategy, protect the storage. As we know, data at rest sits on a disk, database, backup, or even a cloud storage. Because it's not moving or being processed, the strategy focuses on preventing unauthorized access to stored information. Next, we'll talk about data in transit. Strategy, protect the path. Data in transit is moving across the network between devices, servers, cloud servers, or API, which is dealing with more of the back end of a website. The strategy focuses on prevention, interception, tampering, or even eavesdropping. Next is data at use. Data at use is actively being processed in RAM, CPUs, or any application because it must be decrypted to be used. This is a less secure state. What we learned today, we learned about how data flows, what is data, data at rest, data in transit, data in use, what I would use to secure data, and much more. My name is Dr. Gadsden, and thank you for listening. Have a great day.